Good morning, class. 3, 2, 1. I need all eyes on me. All right, we're going to start out with today. Our conversation level is going to be at a 0. We're going to do a whole group activity, and first we're going to watch a video. Now, our video is going to be based off of kind of what we learned yesterday. So yesterday we went over how to find things in our school and how to make a map and key for it, like the lunchroom, playground. But today we're going to learn a little bit about how we can make a map with a key for the United States. Now when I play the video, I want you to pay really close attention to where like a compass rose is located and why are there symbols on a map. Alright, so let's get this started.
Before we can read a map, we also need to learn about directions. Maps have a compass rose that tells us directions of north, east, south, and west. The compass rose is usually found in the corner of the map. In most maps, north is at the top of the map. East is to the right, south to the bottom, and west is to the left. Maps have symbols that are used to represent real things. For example, this tree would look like this symbol on a map, just like this house would look like this symbol on a map. Map makers use symbols because adding detailed pictures could make a map too confusing to read. Most maps have keys to tell you what the different symbols mean. Look at this key in this map to see if you can find the symbol for the playground. Can you find the symbol for the pool?
Okay, we're going to take a second. Now, can you find the symbol for the playground? Yep, you're pointing to this round part right here, and a miniature version of it is put on the key to let you know what it looks like. Now, can you find the symbol for the pool? Up here? Correct. And they have a little symbol that matches it down here. Alright, so do you remember what the video said about why there are symbols on a map? It's to help you find things, to keep it simple so you don't get confused. Alright, I am going to pass out a worksheet to everybody, so I need you to make sure you have your pencils. Here you go. Okay, first I need everybody to go ahead and put your names on the top of your worksheets. And don't even mess with the front of it yet. We're going to flip to the back of it because we're going to write out a list of the basic features of the United States. I'm going to write mine up here and you're going to copy it. Let's see, what could I start out with? Well, where do I live? I live in Florida. What's Florida? Florida's a state. So I guess I could figure out some of the different states on my map. What are inside of states? Cities are inside of states. What would I see on a map? What's in nature? Maybe mountains? I know like in the northern states there's mountains. What else? Well, if there's mountains, then there's got to be flat areas. Now, what are those called? They're called plains. Let's try and figure out one more. Well, what's around the United States? I know that in Florida we have a lot of water around us, and those are oceans. So why not label some oceans on the outside of the map? Okay, now that I've come up with my list, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys come up with a list of 1 or 2 other basic features for the United States. Now there's a couple different ways you can do this. I'm going to let you use the classroom tablets. And, I'm going to show you how to use a picture dictionary. Alright, for example, a picture dictionary is going to have a bunch of different pictures that represent the words in them. Like butterfly. It has a big picture of a butterfly. Let's see if I can find anything that has to do with the United States. Oh, well, I found a map. This tells me the climates are on the map. But I'm sure that the rest of the book, here's an even close-up map. So if we keep flipping, it's going to show us different things we could put. Like I came up with mountains. Well, guess what? This has mountain in it, and it gives me pictures. So it's going to help you figure out other things that are in the United States. Now, I'm going to give you about 5 minutes to go ahead and look up 1 or 2 different basic features. When I say begin, here's a picture dictionary. Now, while you're looking, what could I figure out that's in the United States based on what I've already come up with? I guess if I know that there are oceans and there's other bodies of water, what other kind of bodies of water are there? If there's places where it's all flat and it's just a bunch of grass, what's kind of the opposite of that? I know there's places with a lot of trees. Where else? And while you're looking, I want to ask, if you have traveled to another state with your family and they ask you to help plan a trip, how do you think knowing how to read the symbols and a key on a map is going to help them plan the trip? Chris?
It'll help me know where to go and how to get there?
Yes, exactly. So knowing the symbols on a map, such as where the cities and states are, is going to help you know where to go and how to get there. And if you know that where you're going has mountains or an ocean and it has a beach, it'll help you plan out what you can do while you're there, right? Okay, now that you've looked up your 1 to 2 basic features, I'm going to go ahead and ask everybody to raise their hands and share their ideas. Chris?
Lakes and forests.
Lakes and forests, good. So lakes, you went off of what I said about oceans and what the different bodies of waters are. There's lakes and there's rivers. And forests. Okay, so now that we are done with this part of the activity, I'm going to collect your picture dictionary, and I need you to go ahead and turn to the front side of your worksheet where there's a little blank map and a blank key. So for this, we're going to use the list we made on top of the 2 that everybody came up with, and we're going to fill in our maps with the key and symbols, and this is going to be a way for us to help our friends read our maps. You are going to get about 10 minutes to do this, and if you don't finish, that's okay. We'll have more time tomorrow. Okay, go ahead and begin. Good. Okay, time's up. I'm going to go ahead and collect everybody's worksheets who are done. So go ahead and raise your hand if you're done. Okay, good job. I'm going to go put this. Okay, so today we learned a little bit more about the different features that could be on the map of the United States. Let's see. How do we want to do this? I'm going to have you guys turn to your partners, to your right shoulder, and I'm going to have you explain to them a little bit what about you learned today and why you think it's so important to understand how to read a map. Go ahead and turn to your partners. All right, good. And eyes on me. Thank you, class. And we're going to go ahead and get ready for our next lesson in math.